Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm hoping you're having a good day. The last hour has been absolute chaos here. You may have just seen my initial reaction video of before this video, I was starting to get ready for the Sega announcement that came at 2:30, only to be interjected with the Sports Interactive post saying that Football Manager 25 has cancelled. I'm now doing this video to actually give you the breakdown of the Sega announcement because there is a little bit, there's not a huge amount, but I'm just going to quickly go through what I was doing at 2 o'clock before 2:30, and I'm going to skip ahead then. You'll see. I'll explain what the breakdown is, and I'll catch everyone up if you haven't seen the earlier video. Okay, so the stock price is currently charting at 3,334.0. It's actually 334,300 yen for the stock price at the moment in time. It has slightly increased by 23,000 on the day, as you can see today, and it is 11:05. This is where we're expecting the Investor Relations Library to update in the next 25 minutes. I'm not being stereotypical with a Japanese culture, but I am hoping that this update's bang on the money at 2:30 in the morning, and we get all this type of information coming through. The one we'll be looking at here is the results presentation, and then we'll be able to hopefully go through and show you what that is. So a quick recap on what it was previously, if you've missed out. So the entertainment content business said there were certain trends in each business for the second half. The delayed launch of Football Manager 25, and it's also said here, if we highlight this a little bit by here, we recognise the need to closely monitor the future business performance. So they were quite concerned about Football Manager in November, and they've also just got this bit where they want a major intellectual property rollout plan for Football Manager 25. So this was what they said at the end of the financial year in 2024, was that they would like to pave the way for regrowth of the business, European business. In the future, we would like to focus investment on Football Manager and Total War so that they can further grow as our main pillars. So this was a strategic growth plan for Sega Sammy. So the fact that the news is not coming out on the radio silence, and the fact that the delays are still going on, this announcement is actually quite crucial. So I will now come back at hopefully 2:30 with an update. Stay tuned. Okay, so the Q3 financial fiscal year ending March 2025 has announced. If we quickly scroll through here, this is what the Q3s were saying. CS2 is a consumer area. I haven't got the script yet because it hasn't actually been announced. The announcements to shareholders has been live streamed on YouTube at 4 o'clock this morning. But what I've said is a consumer area status and major title for Manager 25. We've decided to cancel this development, aiming for a major evolution of the series by renewing UI and graphics and adding new elements, but it was found that more time was needed than expected to ensure quality. Cancel the release of this title and focus development on the next title by taking over development assets. Recorded a loss associated with a write-down of inventory assets in Q3. So there is not going to be anything to do with Football Manager this year. Q3 results were strong, they were saying, implementing inventory write-down associated with cancellation of Football Manager. Full game, there you go, recorded a loss associated with cancellation of Football Manager. And that's all it's given us at this moment in time. We haven't yet got the script. The video is ongoing. Let me see if I can find this note I found earlier. The group decided to cancel the development of Football Manager 25, which was scheduled for release in March 25. Due to development cancellation, the group recorded a loss in the third quarter by work in process asset write-downs. This decision was made because, despite aiming for the development for significant advancements in the standard series, through renewal and the addition of new features for UI and graphics, it was determined that it would be difficult to ensure product quality expected by the March release, with carrying out the development assets to its sequel. The group will continue efforts to produce and serve higher quality. So if we look for work in progress, obviously we were talking about this only in my video the other day, and this is horrific news because there's a lot of people that rely on Football Manager for many things. The reason, it turns out, I was very accurate with my reason, and I know out of context Football Manager tweeted we will hear something on the Friday, but didn't obviously tell what the source was. we looked at the shareholder theory and it sort of matched up, saying that they would have to announce on Friday. We've got the live stream, as you can see here, at 4 o'clock, so we haven't yet been told anything about that. So in the relation news, they revised their operating forecast and they've adjusted. Is that the one? Okay. Entertainment, consumer, business. Net sales. So they're expecting net sales to be 335,000 yen. And the net sales have dropped to about 15,000 million yen. So when we worked that out, 15,000, that worked out roughly 79 million pounds worth of income forecasted lost. That's quite significant. Obviously, that may include other games, but they were expecting around 80 million pounds worth of sales, look at it, which is quite substantial. So just to summarise then, obviously the news from Football Manager itself. So if you pre-ordered the game, you will be automatically entitled to a refund if you've gone through an official Sega approved retailer. If that's CD keys or something like that, you're going to have to go for your bank, I think, so you'd have to be careful. Why did they cancel it earlier? At the time the decision was made based on data available, it was a strong belief that they could reach the quality target level and deliver a game our players would be happy with despite the delay. The challenges encountered beyond this point meant we were unable to achieve that. An FM25 update was promised in January. Why the delay? As stated above, the stakeholder compliance impacted sharing of information until now, which relates to the Sega Sammy Holdings being a publicly listed company, which is what the stakeholder theory on that video was. They couldn't announce it before the investor relations because that was at the end of Q3, which was December, but they were announcing it as per the schedule today. So they couldn't give anything out. That was the most sense, that made the most sense of all the conspiracy theories. They just couldn't legally do it. Would there be an update? No. In October, they said the game was delayed. This is a substantial undertaking, would divert critical resources away from the development of the next release, which would require a full focus. That's interesting because they still obviously have the researchers ongoing. They were still had most of the data, I'm assuming, available for 24. So not doing the season 24, 25 data would probably suggest they haven't got the licenses agreed. They haven't got a lot of the other bits they need to get set up. I mean, there are mods. Let's just clarify that. There are mods available if you play PC that you can have transfer updates from places like Sorted Out SI, FM Inside, FM Scout. Lots of the fan sites are bringing them in. If I missed any, I apologize if you're watching this. Tweet it, comment down below where you get your mods for if you're looking to set up a new save file for FM25 on the FM24. There's retro databases, you got Mad Scientists, you got Mr. Teeny, there's absolutely loads of things you can do. FM24 is not dead. Long live FM24. Will it remain playable on subscription services? Good question. We're currently in discussions, so they're on about extending the licenses again, but they haven't yet provided the update. So it could be but the one they've got up until March release is still ongoing until potentially I'm at September, October, November. That will be interesting because we'll find out then how long those license agreements will last for. Would potentially give you the outline of the FM26. If it is called FM26, maybe they move away from it and call it 26. Who knows? Maybe they'll just call it FM25 again and then go every season FM25, next year FM26, and it'll be, that type of thing. But let's see how they do the hard reset here. But it is really interesting. There's been lots of fees. I've had lots of messages of people asking me about things and a lot of theories and tips and what they've seen. So it's really interesting where we've heard I've heard of people. Thank you for getting in touch. If you haven't seen if you haven't seen anything, I'll put the links down below just to show you where it is. And yeah, until next time, I think I've got a couple more theory videos we could do. But I don't know if they'll be related to FM25 now, but they are interesting ones, so maybe we can do them instead. Until next time, take care. I'm going to bed now. Night night.